Okay, so let's starting with our today's lecture. Okay, let's start with our next topic or the next chapter, valuations. Okay, this topic, part of this topic will be for your self-study exam. Okay, and a part will be for the final exam. Okay, I see part of the exam will be for the self-study exam. Okay, so first, what is meant by value? So value means whatever the item of whatever item you have, the current market value of that particular item, or the value which or the amount for which you can sell that particular item, value of that particular item. Okay, suppose you have mobile. Okay, कोणताही तुमच्याकडे मोबाईल आहे, you are if you are going to sell that particular mobile now, जे particular mobile जो काही आहे तो जर मार्केटमध्ये विकायला गेला, so the whatever the amount that particular item is going to pay, whatever the amount that particular mobile is going to fetch you, that particular amount is known as the value of that particular item. Okay, so that is your value of the particular item, that is the present market value, means whatever the sellable value of your property is. Okay, current sellable value means at an instant if you are going to sell that particular or sell that particular item in the market, then how much amount that particular property will fetch you. Okay, so that is your value. Okay, we have already learned what is meant by the cost. I calculated the cost of our particular item of the work. Okay, from that particular cost, once you have completed our building. Okay, in case of the estimate, we prepare the in case of the detail estimate, we are going to prepare the estimate, we are going to prepare the estimate of the particular item. Okay, before the execution and after the at the end of the particular project or during the project. Okay, once the particular project is finished, whatever the cost of that particular building is depending upon the item rate of the particular item of the work. Okay, multiplied by the quantity of that particular item of the work, then we are going to calculate total estimate. So whatever that total amount is, that is the amount is known as the cost of that particular value. Whereas if I'm going to sell that particular structure, if I'm going to sell that particular building to the another buyer, so whatever the amount that buyer is going to give me, that particular amount is known as the value of that particular building. Okay, now difference between the cost and the value, the value higher or lower than the cost. Okay, cost the amount of the cost or the value. So okay, जे काही cost ची जे काही तुमची particular amount असेल, that cost will be same throughout the section. Okay, आता जी तुम्हाला कॉस्ट लागलेली आहे, सपोज आय एम बिल्डिंग द 1 BHK बिल्डिंग. ओके, वॉट एवर द कॉस्ट अकर टू मी इज 10 lakh rupees. Even after the 10 days, that particular cost will remain same. Okay, whatever the cost I have occurred to build that particular structure will be same throughout the future. Okay, whereas for the market value, suppose the cost occurred to me to build the particular section, particular building is now 10 lakh rupees. Okay, and the current sellable value of that particular building is suppose 12 lakh rupees. Okay, in certain time period, suppose in 6 months, that particular value might deteriorate. Okay, now if the certain 6 month period passes and now I'm not able to sell that particular building for the 10 lakh rupees, now the buyers are asking me for that particular building for just 5 lakhs or 8 lakhs rupees. So that particular market value will fluctuate depending upon the current condition of our market or any other different types of the factors. Okay, whereas the cost of the building will remain same or will remain the constant throughout the session. Okay, therefore particular value will fluctuate. So sometimes it might be higher than the cost, sometimes this is might be lower than the cost. Okay, depending upon the market fluctuation, the value of the particular property will be different. Okay, so to assess the particular value of that particular property, I will need to do some calculations. Okay, I will have to survey the market current. I will have to survey the market. How is the particular construction market is going on. Okay, how was the building selling and the building buying market is, how the market is going on. Okay, in my particular area, what are the local rates. Okay, for the construction of the building, or what are the local rates for the plot area. Okay, so I have to assess that particular market, and from that particular assessing, I'm going to calculate the value of that particular building, whatever the building I have constructed. That particular procedure is known as the valuation of the building. Okay, means I'm going to do the market research, and from that particular market research I'm going to put a something some label on our particular building, that my is cost is market value of our particular building is suppose 15 lakhs. Okay, how I'm going to put that particular label? I'm going to do the market research. Okay, from that particular market research I'm going to consider various factors which will affect my particular building value, and from that particular factors I'm going to calculate the or I'm going to label my particular value, particular building for a certain value. Okay, so that procedure is known as the valuation. Okay, now the most important factor in the valuation is that the particular market, whatever the market value I'm going to assess, that should be the fair price or the fair price or the fair value depending upon the current market trend. Okay, I'm not going to overestimate my particular building, or I'm not going to underestimate my particular building. Okay, I'm not going to overvalue that particular building or undervalue it. Okay, whatever the fair price or the fair value of the properties, I'm going to use that particular value. Okay, now in most of the valuators जो काही जॉब आहे तो सर्वात मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. ओके, मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम जो काही व्हॅल्युएटर असेल तुमचा इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल टू ऍक्सेस various types of the properties of the various builders, okay, or the properties of the various businessmen. From that particular assessing of the assessment of that particular property value, the particular banks give them the loans. Okay, from that particular loan जे काही तुमचे आता मोठे मोठे घोटाळे होत आहेत, सपोज विजय माल्या इज गॉन. ओके, what is how does the particular bank give SBI give him the particular amount of the money? By he overvalued his particular amount. Okay, he overvalued his particular property. जे बंगला तुमचा जो काही 5 लाखाचा बंगला असेल, समजा 5 कोटीचा बंगला असेल, he has overvalued it for the 15 or 10 lakhs. Okay, sorry, 15 or 10 कोटीचा जो काही समजा 5 करोडचा बंगला असेल, he overestimated it or overvalued it for the 10 or 15 crores. Okay, so when the particular bank is giving him the amount for the suppose 5 millions. Okay, and the particular original cost of the particular building is 2 million. Okay, in that case the bank is losing his particular whatever the loan the bank is given to him, is losing that particular amount, because the fair, that particular value was not fair, that was over valued particular, they have overvalued that particular the valuator of that particular man has overvalued that particular building, and therefore the bank has given extra amount whatever the building actual market price. Therefore the bank is losing the loss of money in that particular business or in that particular deal. Okay, therefore it is most important to this is the most important moral of the valuator is that he should always show the fair price. Okay, rather if there are two parties are there, okay, then he should consider the fair price. Okay, he should not take the side of the any one party and overestimate or underestimate that particular property. Okay, so whatever the valuation we are going to do, that will be the fair price or the fair value of the price. Okay, so remember that valuation जरी तुमची market price असली value म्हणजे तरी सुद्धा valuation means not only just preparing the market price. Okay, valuation means preparing or determining the fair price. Okay, always remember that. Okay, or fair market value. Okay, not just the market value but the fair market value. Okay, so that so that is the valuation. Okay, now okay, as you know, the cost of the building will be the cost of the materials, labors plus overhead charges, whatever the charges will. Okay, जे काही तुमचे materials लागवड लागतील, labors लागतील. Okay, price of the building will be obviously cost of the particular building, and the value of the building will be the current market price of the building. Okay, now these two will be constant, whereas this first cost of the building will be and the contest profit will be constant, whereas the valuation of the building might be lower or कमी जास्त होऊ शकते. फक्त डिफरन्स आहे तुमचा कॉस्ट आणि प्राइस आणि व्हॅल्यू मधला. ओके, फॉर एव्हरी एनी आयटम, कोणत्याही आयटम साठी कॉस्ट म्हणजे त्याचा कन्स्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट किंवा मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग कॉस्ट जो काही असेल, दॅट विल बी युअर कॉस्ट ऑफ द एनी आयटम. ओके, पर्टिक्युलर आयटम विल बी द कॉस्ट ऑफ मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग, जो काही मॅन्युफॅक्चर असेल, प्लस द जो काही तुमचा कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर असेल, जो काही मॅन्युफॅक्चर असेल, त्या प्रॉफिट असेल तो त्याच्यामध्ये ना, that will be the price of the any item of the work, and the market value will be whatever the value of the particular item is at the current rate. Okay, जो काही तुमची मार्केटची सध्याची जी काही परिस्थिती आहे, ट्रेंड आहे, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दॅट पर्टिक्युलर ट्रेंड, वॉट एव्हर द करंट value of that particular item is, that will be your value of the that particular item. Okay, depending upon the current trend. Okay, for how much amount they can sell that particular item. So next, why do we need the valuation, or what is the necessity, or what is the purpose of doing the valuation? Okay, the first purpose obviously will be why do we do valuation? Okay, the first purpose will be obviously to buy or the sell properties. Okay? A buyer, or if I am a seller, I would like to know the price of that particular building, for how much amount I should buy that particular property, or for how much amount I should sell that particular property. Okay, if I am a buyer, I would like to know, instead of just believing on the whatever the seller is say to access that particular property value, and once I get it confirmed from the particular valuator that the particular building costs suppose 10 lakh rupees, then I'm only going to deal with the particular seller. Okay, because the seller might overvalue his particular property. Okay, so I will need a fair compensation depending upon the from the valuator, if the particular property is really of that particular value. Okay, if the owner is overvaluing it, then I'm not going to I'm going okay, sorry about that. So if the particular seller is overvaluing that particular property, then I'm not going to continue that particular deal. Okay, because he's that will be loss for me. Okay, similarly, if I am a seller, okay, and I want to sell particular property, then I should know a particular amount for which I should suppose समजा माझी जी काही व्हॅल्युएशन आहे, पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्युएटरनं सांगितलं की 10 ते 15 लाख, 10 ते 12 लाख मध्ये तुम्ही पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी विकू शकता ऍज पर द करंट रेट. So I will look out for the buyer which is going to give me that particular amount, whether it is a 10 lakh or 15 lakh. If the certain buyer is asking me for the suppose if the particular certain buyer is asking me that property for 8 lakhs, then I'm not going to carry forward with that particular decision, or for the current value of our as per the valuator, the current value of our my property is 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so I will look out for the buyers who is going to give me the fair price of my particular property. So first, that will be your necessity, or that will be your purpose to sell the property or to buy the particular property. Okay, next will be the taxation. Okay, obviously if I am a owner of the particular building, I will have to pay a certain tax, yearly tax, to the particular government. Okay, जे काही तुमची जे काही म्युन्सिपालिटी असेल, corporation असेल, or the income tax department is there. So all of the whatever the assets I have to pay the taxation on that particular asset. Okay, whether it is income tax or whether it is the property tax. Okay, or whether it is the wealth tax. Okay, there are multiple municipal tax are there, as well as the central tax are there. Okay, so depending upon the valuation of the property, that particular tax will be defined. Okay, if it is depending particular asset value, my income tax will be defined. Okay, total माझं किती उत्पादन आहे, total yearly what will be the turnover of my particular company, yearly turnover. From that particular turnover, the government will fix that income tax. From that particular turnover, I will have to pay the income tax. Similarly, depending upon the valuation of my particular building, the property tax I have to pay to the particular municipal corporation, or the other taxes which I have to pay to the municipal corporation, depended upon the value of my particular building. Okay, for the 10 lakh building, the municipal tax will be lower. Okay, whereas for the 50 lakh building, the value the particular tax will be different. Okay, so depending upon the value of my particular building, current yearly value, I will pay the taxes. So for the taxation purpose, we do the valuation. Okay, maximum जे काही buildings आहेत, त्या building 5 years मध्ये व्हॅल्युएशन करतो. ओके, फॉर द बिगर बिल्डिंग्स. ओके, जे काही तुमचे बंगलो वगैरे, that particular bungalow, for the tax purpose we do the 5 years. Okay, at the at the interval we do the valuation of the particular bungalow at the interval of the 5 years. Okay, काही जण इयरली सुद्धा करतात for the much bigger buildings and the much which is located at the prime location for buildings. The yearly valuation will be done. Okay, जनरली फॉर अवर जे काही तुमचे जनरल आपले जे काही बिल्डिंग्स असतात, जसं आपले जे काही साधारण घरं असतात. ओके, 1 BHK 2 BHK सिंगल रूम जे काही तुमचे असतात, फॉर दॅट पर्टिक्युलर बिल्डिंग मॅक्झिमम टाइम्स व्हॅल्युएशन फक्त 1000 केलं जाते. ओके, आणि मग डायरेक्ट 10-15 म्हणजे तोच तो काही टॅक्स आहे तोच रेग्युलरली चालू होता त्याच पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्युएशन वरती. मॅक्झिमम वेळेस त्याच्यावरती व्हॅल्युएशन केलं जात नाही. पण टॅक्सेशन साठी आणि बाकीच्या आपल्यापैकी इन्कम टॅक्स सुद्धा भरत नाही, त्यामुळे टॅक्सेशन साठी बऱ्याच जणांना त्याची गरज सुद्धा पडत नाही व्हॅल्युएशन ऑफ द पर्टिक्युलर बिल्डिंग. बट इन केस ऑफ द व्हेरियस लार्ज बिझनेसेस, they have to pay the property tax as well as the income tax to the government. So that company do the tax valuation of the particular building, yearly valuation of the particular building or the particular property. Okay, so for the taxation we will require the valuation again. For the rent fixation, okay, again if I am giving the particular my particular property as a rent, I will have to consider the return from that particular property. Okay, समजा माझी 10 लाखाची बिल्डिंग आहे. Okay, I have 10 lakh rupees current market price of building is 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so I should have the certain amount that should be, I should collect that certain amount so that it will be profitable for me to give the particular building to the another owner. Okay, कोणता तरी another owner नाही, another occupant. Okay, so that जे काही माझे 10 बिल्डिंग आहे तर मी कोणाला भाड्याने देत असेल तर त्याच्यामधून मला काहीतरी रिटर्न भेटायला पाहिजे, सो दॅट जी काही 10 लाखाची बिल्डिंग आहे ती माझी जी आहे ती वेस्ट नको जायला. ओके, so that for the rent is fixed up depending upon the current market value of the particular building. If the particular building is located in the prime location, then that particular rent of the particular building will be higher, whereas that particular building is not located in the prime location. Okay, as well as the cost of the particular building is low, as well as the depending upon the certain events in that particular area, the जो काही तुमचा सर्टन इव्हेंट्स आहे मागील काही 4-5 महिन्यामध्ये the value of that particular property has decreased, so the rent of that particular property will also decrease. Okay, जर लोकेशन प्रॉपर नसेल किंवा मागच्या काही 6 महिन्यात काही घटना झालेल्या असतील तिथं, then the rent of that particular property will decrease as well as the value of the value of the particular property decrease. Okay, the rate fixation is maximally used in case of the government buildings. Okay, in case of the government buildings. Okay, maximum आपल्याला जे काही प्रायव्हेट बिल्डिंग जे काही आपण भाड्याने देतो त्याच्यासाठी असं काही व्हॅल्यू वरून आपण रेट फिक्स करत नाही. एक जनरली राहते की 1 BHK चा सध्या भाव जो आहे तो 10,000 चालू आहे, असा काहीतरी रेट असतो, त्यावरूनच आपल्याला जे काही रेंट फिक्सेशन केलं जाते. बट इन केस ऑफ द गव्हर्नमेंट बिल्डिंग, government can't do just a random number. Okay, they can't give the their offices or their property to the random person with a random amount. Okay, for the random rent amount. Okay, they have to consider the value of that particular property. From that particular value they are going to prepare the they are going to consider the rate fixation. Okay, a particular amount for which the property should be given to any other occupant. Okay, so that particular rent amount will be taken from the occupant of that particular building. Okay, so government just don't randomly fix something. Suppose जसं आपण आता म्हणतो की 1 BHK, the rate of the 1 BHK is currently, suppose in case of the जळगाव, the जो काही तुमचं भाड्याचं आहे, भाड्यानं जर तुम्हाला घ्यायचं असेल तर रेट ऑफ द 1 BHK is around 67,000 rupees. Okay, can is depending upon the location. Okay, but that particular amount is just random. Okay, जे काही ओनर असेल त्याने सांगितलं 6,000, त्याने सांगितले 8,000, that particular amount you have to do. But in case of the contract you will have to do the rent fixation. Okay, rent fixation and rate analysis. Okay, rent fixation analysis. From that particular analysis we are going to calculate the value, and for that particular value we are going to calculate the rate required to be paid annual rate. Okay, whatever the annual rate we are going to pay. Similarly, the valuation is required to provide the okay, to secure the loan. Okay, if you are तुम्ही जर बँकेत गेलेला असणार, जर तुम्ही if you are like so if you home as a mortgage for the particular loan, in that case that particular mortgage, okay, जे की तुमचं mortgage असेल, okay, whatever the amount of the loan that particular bank can give you by keeping your house as a security will be something. Okay, some percentage of your total amount. Okay, समजा तुमचं जर समजा 50 लाखाचं असेल, on that particular 50 lakhs the particular bank असेल that will give you the 10 lakh rupees. Okay, so this particular 15 lakhs will determine your amount of the loan you are getting from the particular bank. Okay, and that particular 50, that particular amount will be sorry, that particular amount, that is 50 lakhs, will be secured or will be confirmed by the valuator by considering the various finding out the valuation or doing the valuation of your building. Oh, so whatever the value of your building, from that particular value, the loans you are getting from the particular loan you are getting from the particular bank will depend. Okay, तुम्ही बँकेकडे ऍज अ सिक्युरिटी म्हणून जेव्हा तुमचं पर्टिक्युलर घर जे आहे ते ऍज अ सिक्युरिटी म्हणून, ऍज अ मॉर्टेज म्हणून जेव्हा तुम्ही द्यायला जातात, दॅट पर्टिक्युलर ऍट दॅट टाइम द पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्युएशन इज रिक्वायर्ड. ओके, जर तुम्ही घेतलं असेल कधी लोन, घेतला की नाही माहित नाही, जर तुम्ही जर घ्यायला गेले की तुम्ही मॉर्टेज देता तेव्हा त्या आधी तुमचं व्हॅल्युएशन करायला लावतात. ओके, सो बँकेचा एक स्पेशल व्हॅल्युएटर असतो. ओके, एक गव्हर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉई म्हणून एक व्हॅल्युएटर असतो, तो तुमच्या घराचं व्हॅल्युएशन करतो आणि त्या पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्युएशन तुमच्या घराची एक रक्कम फिक्स करतो की जर हे मार्केटला विकायला गेले तर काहीतरी 15 लाखाला घर जाईल. त्या पर्टिक्युलर 15 लाखाच्या अमाऊंट वरून तुम्हाला किती रुपये ते काही बँक आहे ते काहीतरी पर्सेंटेज रुपये तुम्हाला लोन देते. ओके, ते जस्ट डोंट गिव्ह रँडमली एनिथिंग. ओके, इट इज अ मोस्ट क्वालिफाईड जॉब. ओके, भरपूर जे काही व्हॅल्युएटर आहे इन केस ऑफ द बँक सर्वात जास्त गरज असते त्याची. ओके, बँकमध्ये मोठ्या प्रमाणात पैसे कमवले जातात. ओके, next is a compulsory acquisition. Okay, suppose that particular whatever the mortgage you have given for the particular loan. Okay, if you are not able to pay that particular loan back to the bank, then the particular bank will acquire your particular property forcefully. Okay, एकदा जर तुम्ही लोन देऊ नाही शकले, तुमचे जे काही टाइम पिरियड आहे द पेंडिंग इज ओव्हर ड्यू. ओके, नंबर ऑफ ओव्हर ड्यू तुमचे पास झाले, देन एट द एंड that the bank will require the compulsory acquisition, and once the particular compulsory acquisition is done, the bank will sell that particular property to the particular market value. Okay, समजा तुमचे 10-12 प्रॉपर्टी आहे. ओके, तुम्ही समजा तुमचे 50 लाखाचे प्रॉपर्टी आहेत, 25-25 लाखाच्या 2 प्रॉपर्टीज आहेत तुमच्या. ओके, एकाच बँकेकडून तुम्ही लोन घेतलेलं आहे, ते तुमचं समजा 10 लाख होतं, 10 लाख वरती तुमचं 5 लाख रुपये interest आलं. So total due amount is 15 lakh rupees. Okay, so the bank will assess the current market value of these two properties. Okay, एक तुमची 2 प्रॉपर्टीज ज्या तुम्ही गहाण ठेवल्या होत्या, whichever it has taken as a security, then the bank will the bank will evaluate that do the valuation of that particular building, and depending upon the valuation they are going to acquire any one of the particular building. Okay, जर तुमच्या पहिल्या बिल्डिंग मधून जर 15 लाख सुटत असते, then they will not acquire your second building, but the first building will be acquired, or the building acquired by the particular bank, so that the all of the due amount should be paid to the particular bank. So these are the particular main purpose for which we are going to do the valuation. Okay, next is the factors. What are the various factors which will affect the just a minute. Now, what are the various factors which the bank on which the value of our property will depend? Okay, or the valuation of our property will depend. First one is the force of the demand and supply. Okay, whatever the current market trend is. Okay, number of houses available and number of buyers available. Okay, number of sellers available and number of buyers available. On that particular about the number of the buyers available and number of the sellers available, about depending upon that particular market trend, the value of the property will be there. If the demand is higher whereas the supply is lower, in that case the particular value will be particular property will be sold at a higher value, because the demand is very much higher whereas the supply is too low. Okay, जे काही तुमचे seller आहेत ते खूप कमी आहेत, whereas buyer are eagerly to buy the any property. Okay, therefore a certain property will be sold to the higher value. Okay, similarly if the number of sellers are available there. Okay, सध्याचा जो काही ट्रेंड आहे, सध्या जो तुमचा आता चालू आहे, आपल्याला मंदी सुद्धा आपल्याला म्हणू शकतो, number of apartment buildings are available now, okay, but the buyers are way too low, okay. Due to the corona, new buyers are not purchasing the particular building because they do not have the money to take a loan or money to pay that particular contractor. Therefore, number of builders have already constructed the numerous types of the buildings, okay, numerous apartment buildings, but the buyer are way too low now, okay. So जे काही तुमचे बायर्स असतील, जे काही बायर म्हणतील तुम्हाला, त्या पर्टिक्युलर लोअर अमाऊंटला सुद्धा पर्टिक्युलर जो काही कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आहे तो तुम्हाला घर द्यायला तयार होऊन जातो. खास त्याच्याकडे बायर जे आहेत ते भरपूर कमी आहे. देअरफॉर that particular contractor or that particular seller will give the particular property to the lower value. Therefore, if the as the demand supply curve says, if the supply is it's not dependent on the cost of the construction at too much extent, still the cost of the construction will be a variable factor for newly built building for the lower value. Still, as a contractor, I will have to as a contractor, I will have to जे काही माझे पैसे गुंतवलेले आहे, whatever the amount I have invested, I will have to produce that particular amount from that particular selling, whatever the selling value is, okay. All I am going to be the loss, okay. It's okay to have the less profit than the higher profit, but it is not okay to go into loss for just selling that particular property. Therefore, the construction cost plays an important role while selling or buying the newly built property, okay. If the particular property is old, then in that case it doesn't matter much whatever the cost of that particular property is. But if the particular property is fairly new, okay, काहीतरी महिनेच झाले आहे फक्त प्रॉपर्टीला कन्स्ट्रक्ट केल्यावर, okay, just few months ago the particular property has been constructed. In that case, the cost of the construction will depend, okay. Suppose the cost of the construction in 10 lakh, okay, and the current market value is 8 lakh, then that particular contractor will not sell that particular building to the 8 lakhs. He will wait for certain period, okay. काही एक महिना वाट पाहिजे. जर एक महिन्यात त्याने, suppose in 1 year the market trend will be better and the particular building might be sell for the his original 9 lakhs or the whatever the cost of the particular building is. Therefore, the construction cost is important factor in only the newly constructed building. For the old building, it doesn't matter in the value of the particular property, okay. Next is our increasing population. As I increase again, as the population increase, the demand will increase and the supply will be constant, okay. Therefore, as the demand increases, the value of the property will go higher, okay. So increasing population means increasing demand means increasing value, okay. Again, cost of the labor will have the similar effect as the cost of the construction, okay. Then inflation will there, okay. In case of the inflation is there, जर तुमची महागाई वाढली, in that case the market value also increases, okay. काही वर्षापूर्वी जी तुमची बिल्डिंग 5-10 लाख मध्ये पडायची, आता त्याची जी काही तुमची कॉस्ट, आताची काही sorry, the market value of that particular building now, current market value of that particular building is way too higher, okay. Considering the construction cost or the market value of that particular building few years ago, now the current market value has way too much, okay. आता बरेच जण, तुम्हाला तुमचे आई वडील असतील किंवा कोणी असतील, बरेच जण म्हणतात की आपण 10 वर्षापूर्वी काहीतरी प्लॉट वगैरे घ्यायला पाहिजे होता किंवा 15 वर्षापूर्वी प्लॉट घ्यायला पाहिजे होता, तेव्हा काहीतरी रेट तुमचे 200-300 होते, आता अगदी तुमचे 4-5 हजार रुपये रेट चालू आहे पर स्क्वेअर फीट. सो दिस इज द इन्फ्लेशन, ओके. whatever the जी महागाई आहे, whatever the cost of the particular property was about the 5 years ago was too low, okay. Whereas the current property current market value of that particular property is way too higher, even considering the increment in the market value due to the certain other effects. So the inflation मुळे जो काही तुमचा मार्केट व्हॅल्यू असतो तो खूप जास्त इन्क्रीज होतो. Therefore, this particular factor affect the particular property at the greater extent, okay. Also, if there are the rights war or the floods or the other natural disaster are there, in that case the okay, if there are riots or wars or the flood or the other natural disaster are there, in that case the market property will be sell for the lower value, okay. समजा जे काही तुमचं अदर एरियाज असेल जिथं तुमचे समजा नक्षलवादी एरिया वगैरे असेल किंवा तुमचा काश्मीर वगैरे तिकडचा एकदम अगदी आतंकवादी एरिया इफेक्टेड जो काही एरिया असेल तिथं जर तुमची प्रॉपर्टी असेल, in that case that particular property will be sold at the much lower value than its current market whatever the current value is. Okay, so if there are the certain rights are there, or if there the particular area is affected by any other cause, or if there are regular floods are there due to the certain construction of the particular dam or anything, okay, or there is a natural disaster is there, okay, in that case that particular building will be sold at a way to lower price. Okay, again monopoly of the property in the market. Again, if the particular property is a certain property, okay, फक्त एकाच प्रकारची प्रॉपर्टी असेल, or the particular only one owner is there for the all of the 5 properties. Okay, suppose in this particular case 10 buyers are there and 5 sellers are there. Okay, and the 5 seller have 5 different buildings to purchase from, then that value of that particular 5 buildings will be the competitions will be way much higher, therefore depending upon the market trend the valuation of the building might be lower. But if there are 10 buyers are there and only one seller is there, and that particular seller has a 5 property, then as that particular seller knows that there is no one here to take that no one here to offer any property that particular 10 buyers, he will inflate this particular property value, he is overestimate his particular property value and sell that particular 5 properties to the higher value. Okay, so that is the monopoly. Okay, next is the location. Again, as I said, location is if the particular property is located in the prime location, then the cost of that particular value of that particular building will be increased. Obviously, the returns of the building, if the particular building is giving a good returns, okay, again then the value of the particular building will be higher. Okay, समजा जी काही particular property असेल, suppose I own a particular hostel type building in the particular college area. Okay, now I'm accommodating, I'm giving the accommodation to the various college student. I'm getting a particular great amount from that particular building. Okay, or I have the particular property, and I'm giving that particular property certain industry or certain business which is giving me a higher return. Okay, जो काही करंट रेंट अनालिसिस आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा खूपच चांगला रिटर्न जर पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी देत असेल, then I will not be interested in selling that property. Therefore, if the particular property is giving me a good return, in that case I will not sell that particular property, and the cost of that the value of that particular the value of the particular property will ultimately increase as I'm getting the good returns from that particular property. Okay, again life and the age of the particular building. If the particular building is suppose the life of the particular building is 50 years and the current age of the particular building is 10 years, then I'm going to buy that particular property as another 40 years of the life is remaining for this particular property. But same if the property age of the property is the life of the property is 30 years and the current age of the particular property is 10 years, then I will not be interested in paying the same amount for this particular building as the previous one, because here I'm only getting the 20 years life. Okay, therefore I'm not going to give the same amount or the same valuation to the second building as compared to the first building. Okay, next is the types of the value. Okay, various types of the values are there. First one is the market value, or the first one is the market value. Okay, so market value means of the so as I said, market value means whatever the sellable amount of that particular properties. If I'm going to put my particular item in the market, so what amount for which what amount that particular item is going to sell, that amount is known as the market value of that particular property. Okay, or the particular item. Okay, market value will be different. Okay, depending upon the various okay, depending upon the duration. Okay, and depending upon the numerous factors we have already learned. Okay, हे जे काही numerous factors are, depending upon these factors the market value will be different. Okay, the market value is the property of the amount which can be obtained at any particular time from the open market if the property is put to the sale. As I said, if I'm going to put that particular property to the sale, whatever the amount that particular property is going to fetch me, that particular amount fetch is known as the market value of that particular property. Okay, as I said again, the market value will differ from the time to time. Okay, obviously as the time to time the demand and supply will increase or decrease. Therefore, depending upon the demand and supply, as I said, the as we already studied on the demand and supply, the value of the property will increase or decrease. Okay, so the particular market value will be dependent upon the other miscellaneous reasons, such as again change in industry, changes in the fashion, okay, means of transport, okay, and other all of the particular factors we already discussed. Okay, just remember that market value means the uh, market value means the amount to which we can the amount which we can obtain from the property if we have to put that particular property in the sale at the current situation. Okay, next is the potential value. Okay, now the uh, whatever the particular land is or whatever the property is, it has some future values. Okay, suppose I have the land near the particular developing highway. Okay, समजा मी कुठेतरी माझी कुठेतरी एक पर्टिक्युलर जागा आहे. At that particular land, at nearby to that particular land, some type of the hub is constructing, or some type of the industry development is occurring, or suppose airport is going to build there, or suppose the highway is going to through nearby to that particular site, particular land. In that case, the cost of my the value of particular my value of my particular property will be increased dramatically. Okay, in the future. Okay, there जे काही गव्हर्नमेंट आहे, गव्हर्नमेंट चा प्लॅन आहे की जी काही माझी बिल्डिंग जी काही माझी लँड आहे तर ते त्या नियरबाय साईडला ते कोणती एक इंडस्ट्री उभारणार, समजा एमआयडीसी कन्स्ट्रक्ट करणार आहेत, किंवा समजा एअरपोर्ट वगैरे कन्स्ट्रक्ट करणार आहेत, और देर इज अ मेजर हायवे. ओके, is going to nearby to that my particular property. So suppose the cost of my property, current cost of my property is 10 lakh rupees, but in future, due to this particular extra amenities which is going to be available at nearby to my particular site, the same cost will be increased dramatically or drastically. Like 50 lakhs will be the value of that particular property once this particular completion of this particular airport is done. Okay, so this particular value means whatever the future value is, that particular value is known as the potential value of the particular property. Okay, so if I'm a me the trader असेल, okay, I'm just buying and selling the properties for the as a business. Okay, then I will look out for this particular potential value. Okay, I will ask the particular valuator for the I will ask the particular valuator for the potential value. मी त्याला विचारेल की भाऊ ही जी प्रॉपर्टी आहे ते किती किती मध्ये जाईल, समजा जर इथे एअरपोर्ट वगैरे झालं, then he will give the rough estimate or the rough value of the particular property once the airport is constructed or once the MIDC is constructed nearby to my particular site. That particular amount is known as the potential value. Depending upon that potential value, I will pay that particular whatever the seller is, I will pay the amount. Okay, suppose if the seller suppose the current market value of this particular property is 10 lakh rupees, but the seller is not giving the properties. Okay, he is not interested in selling that particular properties, then I will offer him the 15 lakh rupees as a 5 lakh rupees extra, as I know the future value is going to be the 50 lakhs. Okay, so this particular potential value potential value enables me to bid for that particular property at the higher rate, so that I will gain from that particular property in the future. Okay, so this is the potential value. Okay, the land has gone inherent value which may going to increase due to the passage of the time and can fetch more value if used for the some special alternative purpose. This is inherent is the potential value. Okay, as I said, the particular values are increase होत असेल, in that case that particular value is known as a potential value. This enables potential value enables me to bid for that particular property at the higher bid at the higher amount, so that considering the future profit in that particular property. Okay, now as I said, the potential value will depend upon the beneficial present use of the particular land. Okay, if the particular land is supposedly used for the certain other amenities, okay, I will might use that for the another reason. Similarly, if the layout of the particular existing plan is not better and it might be the problem to that particular land, then I'm going to use this better layout plan, and I'm going to better manage that particular property by dividing the various aspects, and that will give me the uh, extra added in the cost. Okay, similarly, if the better stability, the stability for the definite purpose is there. Okay, suppose जो काही particular जो काही area आहे, here I'm suppose a particular area is there. Okay, and the residential building is there. Okay, एक तुमची फक्त one story ची एक residential building आहे. Okay, मोठा area आहे किंवा एक बंगला आहे तिथं. Okay, but that is the residential type of the building. As a contractor, sorry, as a trader, I know that that particular property will fetch more amount if I am going to build a suppose I'm going to build there a go down. Okay, तिथं जर मी go down जर construct केलं किंवा जर तिथं मी same mall जर construct केला instead of that particular bungalow, if I am going to construct a mall there, then I know that the mall will be more beneficial to that particular value. So that particular mall खरेदी करून जो काही मला प्रॉफिट भेटेल, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दॅट द पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टीची जी काही व्हॅल्यू आहे ती पोटेन्शियल व्हॅल्यू ठरवण्यात येईल. Means the future value, once I have dismantled that particular bungalow and constructed a particular mall, and on that once that particular mall is constructed, at that time of the at that time in the future, whatever the what will be the potential land value of that particular property, that will be the potential value. Okay, so remember that in case the future, if your property is going to provide you the more value or going to fetch you the more value, that particular amount or that particular value is known as the potential value of that particular building. Okay, next is the sentimental value. The property, suppose I have the okay, next is the sentimental value. Okay, now I have the मी म्हणजे वडिलोपार्जित माझे जे काही घर आहे, which our family has been using from his our grandfather or त्यांचे जे काही असतील अजून त्यांच्यापासून जर पर्टिक्युलर जे काही घर असेल माझं ते असेल. Okay, in that case I have some sentiment attached to that particular building, or suppose I have some particular childhood home, okay, where I have many memories in that particular home or many memories in that particular apartment. In that case, I will not be interested in selling that particular apartment, even if the particular market value is great. And still, I am not convinced to sell that particular market value, considering the memories attached to that particular home or attached to that particular land. Okay, समजा माझं शेती वगैरे असेल किंवा काही दुसरी माझी प्रॉपर्टी असेल, शेती असेल, समजा माझ्या वडिलांनी जर आधीपासून शेती केलेली असेल, तिथं माझं बालपण केलेलं असेल, in that case I will not sell that particular land to the or this particular land to the even to the current market value is great. Okay, because I have some sentiment attached to it. Okay, maximum हे आपलं आता सध्या लोकांकडे म्हणजे काही तुमचे ओल्ड एज लोक असतात त्यांचं बऱ्याच वेळेस होतं की जेव्हा तुम्ही म्हातार होता तेव्हा तुम्हाला पैशांची काही घेणं देणं नसते, तुमचे सेंटिमेंट्स मोर इम्पॉर्टंट असतात. ओके, so therefore maximum old whatever the old people are, they are not more confident to sell that particular property because they value the memories more than the particular money. Okay, therefore they will not sell the particular property even though the market value is great. Therefore the particular contractor or the trader has to offer them more money than the market value. Okay, समजा तुमचे जे काही मार्केट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ द पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी 15 लाख असेल, पण ड्यू टू द सेंटिमेंट अटॅच टू दॅट पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी आय विल नॉट सेल दॅट पर्टिक्युलर अमाऊंट. बट इफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर अमाऊंट इज इंक्रीज टू द सर्टन व्हॅल्यू, ओके, समजा ते 15 लाख चे 30 लाख दिले, इन दॅट केस इवन थो द स्टील माय मेमरीज आर अटॅच टू इट, स्टील I will might think about selling that particular property. Okay, cause the amount I am getting is double. Okay, the amount I am getting for that particular property is actually double. Okay, so therefore I will think about that particular property. But if the particular contractor or the particular trader is giving me only 15 lakh rupees, then I will not consider the selling that property as my I have the memories attached to that particular property. So that particular value is known as, that is 30 lakh is known as the sentimental value, where we increase the value from the market rate by certain amount, so that there are the sentiment attached to that particular property. Okay, so when the property is sold or purchased at a higher value than the market value, due to the playing of the sentiments in the minds of the owner, is that purchase is known as the sentimental value. Okay, as I said, uh, okay, is all with the high offer higher true sentimental value is a relation with the market value. As I said, it doesn't have any relation with the market value. Whatever the market value is, समजा 5 लाखाची बिल्डिंग काही वेळेस 50 लाखाला सुद्धा गेली जाते, cause that particular building has a sentimental value attached to it. Okay, so it doesn't have any relationship with the market value. It can be assessed what should be the sentimental value. किती असेल आपण access करू शकत नाही. Okay, you cannot just assess that particular amount. Okay, the sentimental value will be 15 lakh rupees. Therefore, market value plus sentimental value, that whatever the 15 plus 15, 30 lakhs will be your market value of that particular property. We cannot assess that particular situation. Okay. So the one way of the particular sentimental value that is increasing the market value will be the when the owner is so much attached to the property, his demand of price, fancy price. Obviously, if the particular owner is attached to that particular property at a sentimental level, then as the memories are attached to that particular home, he will not sell that particular property to the lower amount. He will ask for the higher amount. Okay, or else he will not be interested in selling that amount. That will be your first case. Second is if the property is for the sale and true prospective purchases are determined to outbid each other. ओके, एक हे आहे. ओके, समजा जर तुमची प्रॉपर्टी आहे दॅट विल फॉर द सेल अँड टू buyers are there. Okay, two buyers are there. Those that particular buyers are एकदम त्याच्यामध्ये 36 आकडा आहे असं समजू. ओके, सो दे विल ट्राय टू आउटबिट इच अदर अँड शो देअर व्हॅल्यू. ओके, त्यांचा एक दरारा म्हणून दाखवण्यासाठी आणि त्यांच्याकडे पैसा आहे ते दाखवण्यासाठी ते एकमेकांना आउटपुट करतील. त्यामुळे जी काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू होती, समजा 6 लाखाची जी ओरिजिनल मार्केट व्हॅल्यू असेल, ती आउटबिट बिट वाढत 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 ती काहीतरी तुमची 12 लाखामध्ये घेतली जाईल. ओके, सो दिस हॅपन्स मेनी टाइम्स इन द जे काही तुमची ओपन बिड असते. इन दॅट केस मेनी टाइम्स दिस हॅपन. ओके, जे काही तुमचे टू रायव्हल्स आर देअर, बोथ रायव्हल्स आर eagerly to bid each other. Okay, eagerly wants to bid each other. Therefore, many times they outbid the particular property by great extent to its market value. Okay, so that will be your second case. Okay, तिथं जे काही पर्टिक्युलर दोन वेगवेगळे रायव्हल्स आहेत ते आउटबिड करतात एकमेकांना आणि त्यामुळे जे काही पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी आहे ती खूप मार्केट व्हॅल्यू पेक्षा खूप जास्त होऊन जाते. ओके, बोथ ऑफ दिस आर द व्हेरी कॉमन साइड्स. ओके, और कॉमन इव्हेंट्स. ओके, दोन्ही भरपूर वेळेस होता. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज अ मोनोपॉली. Okay, as I said, if there is a very little amount of the properties are there. Okay, suppose there are 50 buyers are there. Okay, and only 5 properties are remaining. Okay, 50 buyers are interested to sell the particular property. समजा माझी कुठेतरी पॉश एरियामध्ये अपार्टमेंट मी नवीन बांधलं. ओके, पर्टिक्युलर अमाऊंट अपार्टमेंट मध्ये सर्व 50 फ्लॅट विकले गेले, फक्त 5 फ्लॅट बाकी आहेत आणि ते 5 फ्लॅट घेण्यासाठी ॲज द पर्टिक्युलर अपार्टमेंट इज इन द very prime area. Okay, that particular is located in the very prime area, as well as the neighboring the neighbor is very neighborhood is way too good. In that case, all of the 50 people wants to have that particular one of the apartment from that 5 apartment, so that they can live there. Okay, so therefore in that case all of the 15 जे काही तुमचे interested buyers असतील, they will take that particular apartment at any cost. Okay, because they want that apartment at a much interest. Okay, त्यांना खूप इंटरेस्ट आहे, त्यांना अगदी ते पाहिजेच आहे. Therefore that particular 50 buyers will purchase that their 5 apartments at any extent. Okay, or any cost. Therefore the जी काही तुमची करंट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर अपार्टमेंट इज दॅट विल बी इन्क्रीज. ओके, इव्हन इफ द करंट व्हॅल्यू समजा ती 10 लाख असेल, पण 50 लोकांना ती एकच बिल्डिंग पाहिजे असल्यामुळे त्यामुळे जी काही तुमची बिल्डिंगची व्हॅल्यू आहे ती 15-16 लाख बनेल. ओके, एकाने म्हटलं की ठीक आहे मी 15 लाख देतो, लगेच दुसरा म्हणजे नाही मला ती पाहिजे मी 20 लाख देतो. ओके, देअरफॉर इन दिस केस दिस इज द मोनोपॉली. ओके, वेअर ओनली अ सर्टन अमाउंट ऑफ द flats are there. Okay, therefore the particular buyers will bid for the higher amount. Okay, this is most common practices in our construction industry. मॅक्झिमम वेळेस असंच केलं जाते, जे काही तुमचे अपार्टमेंट्स वगैरे सांगितलं जातं की फक्त 5 अपार्टमेंट बाकी आहे, फक्त 2च अपार्टमेंट बाकी आहे. ओके, मॅक्झिमम वेळेस जे मोठे अपार्टमेंट एकदम चांगल्या पॉश एरियामध्ये बांधले जातात तिथं असंच सांगितलं जाते, आधी कन्स्ट्रक्शनच्या आधीच त्यांचे अपार्टमेंट जे आहेत ते विकले जातात. ओके, कॉज ते जे काही आहे ते आर्टिफिशियल स्कॅर्सिटी जे काही आहे ते निर्माण करतात. ओके, ते so they create an artificial scarcity by saying that only 2 flats are remaining, only 10 flats are remaining, only 5 flats are remaining. Okay, due to that particular artificial scarcity, the buyers are able to provide the extra amount or are agree to provide or pay the extra amount to purchase to fix that particular apartment to themselves. Okay, so that is the monopoly value. Okay, where the only some buildings are available, therefore that particular contractor increases the value. Okay, as I said, due to the with respect to the adjoining property, due to this location or the frontage जे काही असेल or the size or shape असेल, depending upon that, the owner might ask him the fancy price. Okay, such a value is known as the monopoly value. Okay, monopoly value is also dependent in some cases where the particular समजा जो काही तुमचा many times this happen. Okay, in many times the particular owner wants to build a mall. Okay, but in the whatever the plot area of the mall is, एका साइडला कुठेतरी कोणाची तरी दुसरी प्रॉपर्टी असते इथं. ओके, टोटल तुम्हाला एक समजा रेक्टँग्युलर मॉल कन्स्ट्रक्ट करायचा आहे, बट ऍट द सम कॉर्नर द पर्टिक्युलर सर्टन अनदर कोणाची तरी प्रॉपर्टी आहे. ओके, सपोज दॅट पर्सन इज ए. ऍज दॅट पर्टिक्युलर पर्सन ए knows that the particular business is going to build the particular business is going to build a mall here, therefore he knows what is the important of particular property is. Therefore what he do, if he sell that particular property to higher value than the original market value. ओके, बाकी सर्व जे काही प्रॉपर्टीज आहे, जो काही बाकी एरिया आहे तो ऑलरेडी बिझनेसने कव्हर केलेला आहे, पण हा जो काही एवढा एरिया आहे तो याला माहिती असते की हा जर एरिया त्यांना भेटला नाही, जो काही प्रोजेक्ट आहे दॅट विल नॉट बी सक्सेसफुल. ओके, दे विल ऑकर द एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट. ओके, देअरफॉर दॅट पर्टिक्युलर जो काही ओनर असेल ही प्रोव्हाइड्स ही डूज द मोनोपॉली देअर अँड इन्क्रीजेस द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ हिज प्रॉपर्टी टू द ग्रेट एक्सटेंट. ओके, म्हणजे 10 लाखाची बिल्डिंग तो 50 लाखामध्ये विकत घेतो, कारण त्यांना माहिती आहे की बिझनेस जो आहे तो खूप मोठा आहे, त्यामुळे आणि या पर्टिक्युलर एका प्रॉपर्टीमुळे त्या बिझनेसचं मोठ्या प्रमाणात नुकसान होणार आहे. देअरफॉर ही क्रिएट्स द मोनोपॉली देअर अँड ही सेल्स दॅट पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी टू द मच हायर प्राइस दॅन द मार्केट व्हॅल्यू ऑफ अवर पर्टिक्युलर बिल्डिंग. नेक्स्ट इज अ डिस्ट्रेस व्हॅल्यू. ओके, हे झाली मोनोपॉली व्हॅल्यू, त्याच्या अपोजिट आहे तुमची डिस्ट्रेस व्हॅल्यू. ओके, in some cases when due to the certain events, okay, if there is a distress in the mind of the particular owner, okay, पर्टिक्युलर ओनरच्या माइंड मध्ये एकदम डिस्ट्रेस होऊन गेला की अगे भाव बढ़त आहेत. ओके, आता जसं तुमचं कोरोनामुळे भरपूर ठिकाणी झालेलं होतं, जे काही तुमचा करंट मार्केट रेट होता तो खूप ट्रेंड आहे, तो खूप एक आर्टिफिशियल हे तयार केला जातो, डाऊनफॉल तयार केला जातो, सो दॅट द ओनर विल सेल दॅट पर्टिक्युलर प्रॉपर्टी टू मच लोअर एक्सटेंट. ओके, समजा आता अचानक काय केलं जाते, मार्केट अचानक वाढवलं जाते, लँड व्हॅल्यू जी आहे समजा 4,000 रुपये पर स्क्वेअर फीट पर्यंत वाढवली जाते. ओरिजिनल त्याची जी असते ती अमाऊंट असते फक्त 2,000 रुपये असते. ओके, पण तिला वाढवत वाढत 4,000 पर्यंत नेली जाते आणि त्यानंतर तिला पाडण्यात येते ती पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्यू. देन द फॉलिंग ऑफ दॅट पर्टिक्युलर व्हॅल्यू इन्क्रीजेस अँड दॅट पर्टिक्युलर फॉलिंग इज एकदम स्टीप स्लोप असतो, तो एकाच दिवसात अगदी 1,000 2,000 पडतात. त्यामुळे एकदा सांगितलं जाते त्यांना समजा 1,500 पर्यंत भाव आला, तेव्हा पर्टिक्युलर ओनरच्या मनात एक भीती निर्माण केली जाते की भाव अजून कमी होणार आहे. ओके, तो 10,000 जाणार आहे, तो 800 जाणार आहे, आणि ही भीती निर्माण करून ड्यू टू दॅट पर्टिक्युलर डिस्ट्रेस दॅट पर्टिक्युलर ओनर agrees to sell that particular property the particular business for only 50,000 rupees. Okay, sorry, 1,500 rupees. So obviously this is the distress value. Okay, so this is the हे artificial झालं. Original or natural distress are if there is a war to happen, okay, or if there is a riots to happen in that particular or समजा earthquake zone असेल, in that case that due to that particular distress the particular owner will sell that property to the lower extent. Similarly, if the particular owner is facing some financial difficulties, okay, काहीतरी त्याचं फायनान्शियल डिफिकल्टीज असेल, इन दॅट केस जे काही मार्केट प्राइस समजा त्याला 10 लाख रुपये अर्जंट लागत असतील, एकदम फायनान्शियल डिफिकल्टीज आहे, ती जी काही त्याची प्रॉपर्टी आहे समजा 20 लाखाची आहे ऍज पर द करंट मार्केट व्हॅल्यू, बट ऍज ही रिक्वायर द ऍज ही इज इन द फायनान्शियल डिफिकल्टीज इव्हेंट, therefore he might agree to sell that particular property to the lower value like 19 lakhs or the 18 lakh. Okay, कारण त्याला 10 लाख रुपयांची आवश्यकता आहे. therefore the particular contractor might sell that particular value to the 18 lakhs or the 19 lakhs. Okay, that particular again value, when the particular value is lower than the market price, then this value comes as the distress value. Okay, similarly if the insufficient knowledge of the seller, okay, if I am a seller, I do not know any trend about the current market value. Okay, अशा वेळेस सुद्धा मला काय करतात जे कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आहेत ते they will okay, they will falsify my market value. Okay, that particular the whatever the trader is or the whatever the buyer is, he will falsify my particular market value and he say that the market value is just 12 lakhs or the 10 lakhs. So in that case, even though the market value of our particular building is 15 lakh, but as I do not have any knowledge of the particular property or the particular trading area, therefore I will sell that particular property to only 12 lakhs only. Okay, as per the जो काही बायर असेल त्यांनी म्हटल्याप्रमाणे व्यक्ती 12 लाखामध्ये विकेल. Okay, this is the another factor, that is the insufficient seller. Okay, as well as the quarrel among the partner. Okay, if the particular is the particular property is owned by the two buyers. Okay, sorry, by the two owners. So if there is a quarrel between the partners, then they will not record for the higher market value. They will just sell for whatever the amount they are getting, and just be away with it. Okay, again, in the court decree will be there if the particular properties and number of cases going in that particular session. Okay, in that case the court decree will be there. Okay, therefore that particular property will be to the lower price. Okay, then I think our time is up. Okay, so okay, then you can this will be all for our today's lecture. This is valuation. On the topic of the valuation, you can leave this particular meeting. Okay, thanks for joining.